welcome to MS4. Today I'm going to be seeing if I'm still living in the 80s. Trying some new stuff, very exciting about other stuff. Today is kind of one of those busy days where we're trying to catch up on all the things. Been up fairly early to walk the dog, and then there's been projects. And there will be projects after this. Some of them involving looking on the HomeDepot.com website, looking for a pressure hose that has its own like cordless water holding situation. So anyway, here we go. So I'm gonna get ready. I feel tired and it's not even 11 o'clock yet. So I'm gonna do some Pat McGrath foundation. Still working with this, trying to figure it out. I think it's the wrong shade for me, but I mean, as you can kind of see as it goes on when it's not blended out, it's like, oh, that's really light and really yellow. But we're working with what we're working with today. So I have so many new things that I want to play with that, like, trying to decide today's video what I wanted to do with my makeup was a lot harder than I feel like it should be. So I purchased some things at the end of the year, and then we went on, we traveled. I'm not gonna call it a vacation because it was not really a restful vacation. We traveled across country for family reasons. But what can you do? But technically we traveled. We did see some things. There were some lovely moments while we were there, but it rained. We decided we were gonna drive through on our way there through a whole bunch of, well, monsoons actually. They had flooding warnings during a lot of this. So I'm gonna put on some powder. But anyway, so we traveled. So I keep meaning to add my travel video, but because I did a little quick tour of what my makeup was, my makeup and skincare that I took with me, and I haven't gotten to put up yet because work has been stupid. So anyway, there you go. All right, did that. I want to add a little bit of bronzer. Smashbox just came out with a new a set of 4 different tones of like the bronzer, 2 blushes, and a highlighter, and I'm thinking about getting that because this is one of my favorite like face palette if I'm wanting everything with me, because I love all of the tones of this. Is the Cali contour. You can use a different blush, but anyway, so I'm gonna bronze with this guy over here. But this has been a really, I like the formulation of this. I like the colors. I liked how easy it was to work with. I don't remember when I got it. So I don't know as far as like, you know, freshness dating, whether or not I'm living on borrowed time now. But I think I might be. It's been a while. I don't necessarily fall into the category of like you have to dump a thing right after, you know, it says it's succeeded. I only do my own makeup out of this. But anyway, it's super fast. All of the colors are great. You have 2 bronzer colors, a lightening product for contour, blush, and then 2 kind of shimmery. One can be used as a blush or a highlighter, but I really like this. So anyway, but I'm looking at the new one, the Halo, I think is what they call it, to see if that's something that I'm interested in. I was going to use the Kaleidos, since I'm feeling 80s, I was going to use the Kaleidos blush for this because I love the whole lace, and it totally, there's my other lighting situation moving again. I've been really enjoying this blush, but I thought since I have it, I got the Natasha Denona My Dream blush. This is so tiny. Like, here's my hand, There's blush. And as far as like trying to get your brush into it, it's super cute, like nice for travel. I don't always love the Natasha Denona above others for that, but I'm gonna use the same brush that I used in my bronzer. Just gonna tap it off on my hand a little bit there, because this is a stiff brush, and it's a little tapered as far as the, so it'll fit into this and get more of the deeper color. So we're gonna do that. So I'm liking the fact that this is going on pretty easily. It's not, the other palette, the My Dream with the cream ones, I like the formulation, but the color was not good on me. It made me look really ruddy, and I don't necessarily need a lot more redness in my face. So I was interested in this because I thought, well, as far as I like powder products, okay, I feel pretty good about that. Okay, and then I'm going to, let's see, do I have a highlighter brush around here? Nope. Okay, so we're gonna use this again for highlighter, again on this side. Sorry if I blinded you. But this is nice because it is, like I said, you can kind of see that. And it's not one of those, this formulation that I have to work really hard to get a color payoff of. So all in all, I think this was a good purchase. They're $20, which is not nothing per se, but in comparative terms, it's hard. I'd be hard pressed to work through a blush at this point in time in my life. The hard daily use doesn't really happen anymore. So I'm gonna, for the back to the 80s, I'm gonna use the 1-Up palette from Lethal. So we're gonna do in the yellows and the greens with a little blue liner today. So that's the plan. I was going to show you the empties, but I think I'm gonna wait for my empties for my declutter that I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna take a fluffy brush, and it looks like it has color on it, but it doesn't, but I just need to wash my brushes. The whole staining thing when you have colors that are colorful. Okay, I'm gonna use very, very bright green. And it's technically going to be in the crease. That's where I'm shooting for. Because it's important to look festive when you're searching for power hoses, power washers. And coming down just a little bit there. Maybe I'll come down more than just a little bit. I just fluffed it on my face. Okay. Now, as far as what I want to do is just mostly mattes. So I'm going to go in with this lighter yellow to begin with. So there's a matte yellow and a shimmery kind of champagne yellow. I'm going to go in. So I'm using the pencil brush because I'm trying to get a very defined area. Because as soon as you hit the green, then you start, yellow and blue make green. So I'm trying not to get that, because I'm going to put blue liner on the eyes. So anyway, theoretically, we'll see how it goes. I think we're just doing Home Depot online, so I'm going to use my finger, I think, for this sparkly sparkly champagne-y yellow. Okay. I still feel like I look very pale with this foundation. I need to figure that out because I just got it in the matte. Okay. Well, let's see about just lining it for the bottom with this deeper blue. I've really been enjoying the Sigma Beauty and the Beast palette and their deep navy. Okay. So coming up a little bit and then here. The really exciting thing that I'm going to talk about that's new today is the color stay, the lip that I got for today. Super exciting. So we'll get there in a minute. I just want to let you know there's something to look forward to. I think the Natasha Denona, the blush, the trio with the blush, and highlighter, I think that's been covered a lot. So it's not like we need to do deep dive for that for you. I think you've probably seen that. If you haven't, let me know. I did get the eye palette too. And I can do a dedicated video to that, but I don't know that it's necessary. Let me keep this. I'm gonna do some mascara real quick. I am getting close to swapping out my Better Than Sex mascara for a new one. Getting to be that time again. I think I have 2 more new ones in my back stock. Okay, so I'm gonna apply mascara. Again, I got this Lethal palette, the Player One palette. Camera Ready Cosmetics had an excellent sale on all sorts of things. I was buying Olaplex, that's what I was there for. But this was on sale for $24.99, I think. So it was one of those things, it's like, I'd wanted this when it first came out, and I just did not get myself around to it. Because I love the 80s. I remember going to the arcades. In the very small town that I had, for about a hot second, they had an arcade. And it was so wonderful. And I went and played a lot of Turbo, and a lot of Ms. Pac-Man, a lot of Frogger, and I really love Turbo. That's where I learned how to drive first. So, but anyway, so, and they used to do a thing, if you got A's, they'd give you free quarters for playing if you got A's. And I was a good student and a dork, so I did a lot of good. So I'm kind of happy with that. We're gonna keep it that way. I do have like the Night of Creation Kaleidos liner that I'm using a lot, but I'm liking this blue with the green and yellow. So anyway, that's the eye look. So lips. So Covergirl Outlast this is a stain liner, and it is a felt tip, and it is actually really answering some of my stain desires, because one of the things with all of the stain products is that, you know, you've really got to line with a different liner, and it's a little different formulation, and then you're putting it in and it's stained, so you have to be really careful with it. And so some of the stains, not all of them, but some of the stains get to be really fussy, which the idea of a stain is to be not fussy, is to be like, you put it on, it wears off, you can throw a gloss over it, and you still have a color and things going on with it later on. So I got this is Jazzberry, and I liked it so much I ordered 2 other colors. So they're here, and I'll probably feature them in other ones, but I got more of the nudes of the other ones. One is Canyon, and I can't remember what the other one is called. We'll look at those later. But anyway, so this is Jazzberry. I always want to call it Jazzberry for whatever reason, like razzleberry, like your schnozberries. So anyway, this is the tip. You can see that it's a felt tip liner, and it's firm. But the thing is, you can get a very definitive line, and then you turn it on its side and you can swipe. Now this takes about 5-6 minutes to set down, and it's pretty tacky feeling, but not wet tacky, it's just tacky. Then it sets down, but it's not overly drying, lasts a long time. You can throw lip oil over it, whatever, and it just wears really nicely. So anyway, here we go. So I'm using the tip. I'm gonna take off my glasses because it's easier for me to see if I don't have my glasses on for these sort of short. So it's just like having a marker, but it's a really fine tip. So it feels a little weird, but not too weird. And then I'm just taking So I would guess. So see, it has just a light fruity sort of scent, but not a lot. So it's not like it bothers your nose. I feel like I'm sniffing markers. Again, the 80s. So this one, I'm assuming that it has the same kind of things that you might, like it doesn't come with instructions like that necessarily. Not that I know of, not that I saw. But I'm assuming that it's the same sort of thing as any marker, like a regular marker. Like I probably am going to want to store it with the marker side down to keep the juices flowing, as it were. I don't know how long it's, you know, like when is gonna make sure it's tight so it's not drying out. I don't know how long I don't know how much is in it. I don't know how long it's gonna last as far as use, how often I'm gonna use it, but I really like it. Let me put back on my spectacles. Okay, here we are. So I've got the really deep lip, very light face. Home Depot, I am ready for you. I don't know that we'll actually go in. It just depends on what we find online. If we can find pressure hoses and things for buying. So anyway, this is my kind of 80s look. Lots to think about. I do like thinking about back in the old arcades, back when I was there 3,000 years ago, when, you know, like back you had all the different, you know, the Atari. Back before that, you had like, you know, there's ColecoVision. There was, you know, you had more of the computer games, and then it came to the consoles, and then all the things. Back for a minute or two there, I used to do video game reviewing for an online website. So the only hate mail I ever got was for NBA 2K. I was back where it was GTA, the GTA 2, Grand Theft Auto 2, I did a review on and played, and that was when it was top down, back in the day. Anyway, so a lot of fun here, liking the new Natasha Denona, having fun with my old school looking Lethal Cosmetics Player One, and this Covergirl Outlast lip. Really exciting finding for drugstore. Like, I don't dip my toes into drugstore that often, but sometimes when I do, I come out with really cool item. So, and I think this is gonna be a fave. I just need to make sure I'm storing them properly. All right, there you go. Happy Sunday, everyone, and hope you all have a lovely day, and whatever projects you're doing, be well. May they go according to plan. All right, we'll see you. Bye-bye.